Hey guys, welcome back. It is 70 degrees here at Stonehill, sunny, 70, October, and gorgeous. The kids are out playing in the leaves. Over there, you can kind of see. I am cutting lavender. Look at these beauties. Well, it's time for a lavender garden update. For those of you that have been following our channel regularly, you know the whole story behind this big lavender garden that we made. But if you're new and just checking us out for the first time, I'm going to give you a little recap of our adventure here. A while back, I'd say a year and a half ago, I decided I wanted to make a big, beautiful lavender garden, and Joel did too. So we started with propagating little lavender sprigs from an existing plant we had, and we made 400 propagations, and we put them in perlite and watered them and dipped them in rooting powder, and they all sprouted. Well, then I fertilized them, and you're not supposed to fertilize these little lavender sprigs, and I burned them badly. And of my 400 propagations, only about 250 survived. And then we moved those survivors into little pots, and they grew a little bit bigger. And just last year, last October, we put them in the ground. And here's the footage of the plants, October of 2021. And look how tiny. They have like 6 little leaves. Like barely even anything, so tiny, and they survived. They survived the winter, and we are not in a mild climate. We are in the north of the Midwest, and so it gets down to 10 below regularly, sometimes 20 or 30 below. This last winter, no more than 10 below, so that was good for them. But they made it, and they're thriving. We are in zone 4, so you need to cover lavender with this, we call it Agribon 50, and you need to cover the lavender for the winter because of the cold weather. It really helps. It insulates them, it keeps the wind off of them, and when snow covers on top of the row cover, it actually provides some insulation. So look how tiny those plants are. You almost can't even see them, but they're all in there. So this is last October 2021. We're covering them, and they made it through the winter. Here they are this week. Look at the size of them. They're almost full-on bushes. And so we took the row cover off in, I'd say late April, early May. And all this growth happened from May until this week, last week of October. So really impressive. They like this soil. It is a poor quality soil. It has a pH of about 6, which it loves. The lavender loves that. It's rocky. Not a lot of nutrients this area. The glaciers stopped and melted, so it's a real rocky, poor, loamy soil, and the lavender loves it. My sister Dana is helping me cut back the lavender this week. It's kind of a big job. We're down to 125 plants from the original 400, but still the 125 take a good amount of time to cut back. You want to cut them back in the fall, late October. Take off all the flowers, of course, and then a couple inches down into the new fresh green growth. That way they have less to take care of through the winter, and they'll come back better in the spring. The secret to getting these lavender plants so large in just 1 year is the consistent cutting back of the plants all in the first year of growth. So from our tiny little sprig until this bush, I cut them back down low toward the ground about 5 or 6 times. Every single time they started to flower, I would cut them back, and it forced more growth from the bottom. They would bush out more and more every time I cut them. So you don't do that in year 2, 3, 4, 5, but if you are planting lavender from propagations, or even bought a tiny little plant, put it in the ground, that whole first year, don't let it bloom. Whenever you see flowers, cut them off, and even cut back the greens as low as you're comfortable with, and that will force them to bush out. You saw in the earlier clips, they were just one little stick last year, and that consistent cutting caused it to spread and grow into these beautiful bushes. This lavender garden has been a lot of fun and a joy for the whole family. Here we have all the boy cousins helping us cut back the lavender plants. Everyone's pitching in. You know, we don't know what we're going to do with this lavender garden other than just enjoy the beauty of it. But, you know, my sister was saying that we should make some soap, you know, like every fall have like a big soap making day and just have our whole family all stocked up with some beautiful lavender soap. And, you know, sometimes I play around with ideas of an Etsy shop, making all different kinds of lavender products because we certainly have enough of it. Right now, with life being so busy, we're just enjoying the beauty of it and just getting out and having some exercise and smelling the beautiful lavender smell. Just the peace and beauty of having the garden. But one day, maybe we'll make a little Etsy shop and fill it with Stonehill lavender stuff. That'd be really fun. We got all the lavender cut back this week, and next week we're going to cover it up with the Agribon 50 and get ready for snow. If you found this helpful or enjoyable, hit that like button and subscribe. We have a bunch more lavender videos detailing our whole process of getting the propagations going and getting them in the ground. And we're sure to have more videos coming up, especially when we figure out what we're going to do with all this lavender. Have a great week, guys, and we'll see you next time.